on the photography out there, and he had a live feed at Brick's Tavern where Kenny the fan was, and real fan engagement, right? That's what we're all looking for in sports is people to be excited and tuned into it, and they certainly were. And boy, then 4 goes down, you go, my God, they're in the top 3, and then of course the card comes. But could be worse, isn't what you want to do. But I think the question now is, do you keep it, make the pick, or do you package it up and trade it with maybe number 23 here from the Knicks? We talked like last time, maybe you try to send off a contract like Nurk, and a lot of options here for them. I mean, they don't have a whole lot of cards to play, but now they have a really big chip there in number 3, because I'm not sure that's what Dame wants, of another 19, 20-year-old kid coming in here. In fact, we know it's not what he wants. So what is Joe Cronin going to do?
Yeah, and that's such a huge question now. I mean, I feel like if it was number 1, it's obvious you take Wembanyama. I mean, that's just a no-brainer. But with this, I mean, the rest of the draft, I don't know if there's clearly nobody that's going to be of that level. So even that number 3 pick, you're probably going to get a quality player. Is it a game changer? Is it something where Dame's going to be like, okay, yeah, I want to stick around and have, whoever this 19-year-old third pick is? I don't feel like that's, like you were saying, that's something that he's going to want to do. So looking at it from the keeping Dame standpoint, if you want to keep Dame happy, you want to get somebody else, who's really available to package and go out and get? Because I've seen some, there's always the rumor mills, and I go on all those websites. There's the rumor of Bradley Beal, maybe bringing in Bradley Beal from Washington, sending them the picks, and maybe Simons and something like that. Like, how would you see that stacking up?
That doesn't do it for me. I mean, I don't know how that would really do it for any fan. How that makes them, maybe that gets them back in the playoffs, right? Okay, maybe a top 5 seed and have some home court advantage and not play with the play-in game crap, but that doesn't do it for me.
No.
I don't think it does it for Dame either.
No. Is there any move out there that you could think of that would actually move the needle and make that work?
What was your line? You said you read all the websites? Yeah, I mean, I think we see the same kind of stuff out there, but what does anybody really truly know? It's just somebody else that has no gig and does a blog at home in their basement going, hey, I can do a trade tracker on the internet. Push this one out and see what contracts line up and do that. So we'll see how time plays. I mean, it's coming up, right? The draft is on June 22nd, so we're sitting here on May 17th. We're a month away from. They're not going to make that pick. I can't see that happening. But then again, maybe they do, right? Yeah. But then at that point in time, okay, then maybe it's a game part or something. As we talked last time, that's not something that really anybody wants to admit and move on with.
Right.
But in year 12, age 33 coming up, if you're just going to bring in another guy who's 20 years old, where are you going to be when that guy's ready to be an all-star in 3 years?
Right. I mean, at that point, I would think he starts making demands of, and understandably so, just as a fan, I can totally get that. I get why he would be not wanting to go through that at 33 years old, and like you said, 12 years in the league, or however many years it is. So I guess there's the standpoint there. What are they going to do with the draft pick? Which is, again, part of the fun. One of the other things I keep seeing too is Siakam from Toronto. Bringing in a big, maybe match that up with Dame if you can keep Jeremy Grant. I don't even know if they can afford all 3 of those players at the same time with what they're going to be getting. So that's a whole other question. I don't know. It's just not looking, to me, I'm not seeing the pathway to keeping Dame happy.
You need to have a legitimate, bona fide NBA all-star at number 2. Yeah. Not a guy that might be a fringe and maybe get in as a backup, fill in an all-star weekend, like a legitimate guy that can be at number 1 somewhere else. It's going to be his running mate, help take the pressure off, and hopefully somebody can get some boards and also play some defense.
Yeah, I think that's big is definitely going to have to be what it is. Now,
easier said than done. Those guys just come walking around all the time. But now, having those assets, they don't need the 3rd pick or the 23rd pick. You can do something. You have to believe you do something. That's Joe's job to do it now. He's got the big boy seat. Time to really make a real move that changes the trajectory of what this program has been. This team, you saw the fan passion yesterday, man. People deserve it so badly. It's been feels like a lost time ago that they were in the West Conference Finals, right? Those images keep coming back up on my Facebook memories there. Hashtag keep those around. That's a long time ago, man.
It's a long time ago.
It's achievable. So it's time to make the moves that we've talked about for so many years.
Right.
Okay, CJ finally wins. Probably too late. Okay, let's not be too late on this boat either. We're going to have to move things around because it ain't working how it's been done.
Yeah, at least
2 years in a row losing on purpose, and you get Caden Sharp and maybe a pick you don't even want.
Yeah, give it some kind of a shot. I also don't know if Chauncey, maybe there's some good coaches that are out there on the market right now, but again, that's a Joe Cronin decision. Yeah, make a move. I mean, regardless, just the mediocrity is, I don't think, going to be acceptable to anybody. It's either tank it all out, go completely young, trade Dame, or try and make that big move, and bring.
Well, that's the worst, right? It's not even mediocrity. They're not 500. They're intentionally losing games at the end of the season to have a better shot to get a better future. But you're still trying to ride that wave of Dame. Dame's the future, but Dame is the now, as he's been for the last decade. So at one point in time, the clock is going to run out on Dame time. So make a move or make the other move, which maybe you don't want to do, but might be the best thing.
Yeah, well, we'll find out a lot more in the next couple of weeks, I suppose. So what day is the actual draft? You mentioned it?
June 22nd.
June 22nd. So between now and June 22nd, we're going to find out a lot about what's going to be happening with the Blazers, either just for this year or maybe many years going forward, depending on which way they go, especially if they trade Dame. I mean, then it's going to go to the bottom for a while, most likely, and try to work your way up. Nick, I know
you're not that far from the bottom.
Right? I mean, I guess you got to do one or the other. Nick, I know you have a lot that's going on, and I know you're going to be getting out here. What else are you up to right now that people can follow along with? Because you're always on the road or doing a story on something going on around here.
Yeah, well, we got the short season on today. We're heading out to a high school softball diamond. Demi Engelstad had 37 years head coach at Grant High School, the softball program, every year there with the Generals. She graduated there in 82. And today's her final game, going capture those moments and our high school spotlight on Friday morning. And that's the best time of the year, right? We're doing a lot of soccer. Thorns at Timber, of course. We have the Thorns on Sunday back here at home with 3 games 30 over on Foxville Plus with Chicago in town, trying to get back to win on. But this is it. And now the high school playoffs. We got the district track meets coming up this weekend. We got state next week. We got the baseball. We got the softball stuff going on too here. The start of June, the championship as well. Down in Eugene, and I will be there. So this is the fun time of the year. We all wait for spring, right? We're here, and now we're going. It's too hot. Too hot. That's what we're waiting for.
I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. And yes,
I'll rolled the sleeves up today.
I did. Oh yeah, it's definitely a sleeve roll up kind of day. It's also a dark shirt just in case I start sweating kind of day. So
yeah,
got to do that too.
We'll be city boys together.
Well, Nick, always so good to talk to you. And I know, like I said, you're busy. You got a lot going on. Everybody can check out all of your stories at kptv.com and every news show. That's fantastic. You're going out there to see this coach. 37 years. That's crazy.
Long time.
Yeah, seriously. Well, looking forward to checking that out and talking more with you, Nick Krupke. Thanks for being here on Fox 12 Now.
I got dibs on nibs.
Yes, I love that. That's it. That's your shirt from now on. All right, everybody, thank you very much for tuning in. Again, this is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Appreciate you joining us. We do regularly live stream right at 1 p.m., so that is where you can join us pretty much every day. We'll have new things coming up. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking to Travel Oregon, actually, about some unique things that they are doing, some unique places to go in Oregon you may not have thought about, some cool programs they have for wildfire prevention, some night stargazing things you can do, but that's all coming up tomorrow, so you can join me at 1 p.m. for that. So wherever you're watching, hit that subscribe button, remember where you're at, and I will be here with you to talk about all kinds of things, interviews, deep dives, and news report stories, whatever it is.